Mia, you're right. The defendants get very whatever. I don't know who said what, but Mia, you're right. Yes, I think so. That boy, you went completely insane. This wasn't his voice, but where's Mr. Wright? It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be brought back here soon. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in places are we supposed to do now? That wasn't his voice. I don't know. It disappeared. I don't know what his voice was. Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. You what? You ate it? Oh my god. What a fucking himbo. I mean, we knew that already, but like, it was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. What the? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. Not to mention it was made of glass. You swallowed glass. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not certain up. What is happening with me today? Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, I'm not like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it will seem. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that, or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I will trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, in my very life. Good luck with that. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough! Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even though I've proven so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up... I would like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous! There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crushed down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is the defendant. Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believed that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia,
this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Well, Phoenix. Again, nobody else, like, maybe could have tried to kill Doug specifically, and she did in the end, but no, it was Phoenix. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me! I don't know what that was. That wasn't that wasn't Phoenix. Anyway. That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There is no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so fast to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's what she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true. Finny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Mrs. Hawthorne!
I'm sorry that I keep saying Mrs. I don't actually want... I know that it's... like, it's Miss, right? It appears that this trial will be coming to an end soon. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. You'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Mrs. Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat us voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I've nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But you're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away with this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'll be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray? Why Miss Gray? Wait, what? Diego Armando? No, is it just because I like gray hair? Is she just saying that I'm old? Like, why Miss Gray? What? That was just stupid. That just didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Whatever, let's keep going.
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible! You can't possibly... stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets a chance to sue. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Okay, I got it now. Until now I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what? I don't have evidence. I was thinking it would be on her, but I don't have the evidence. But now I remember.
Well done, Miss Fay. Please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
So, if I remember correctly, during Phoenix's first testimony, like witness report or whatever, he said something about Dahlia bringing him the Cold Killer X because he forgot it at home or something like that. So yeah, Dahlia gave him this. Also, it's the only thing that it could be from the things I have, so also another thing, that wasn't my last chance. If you saw the bar, it was only glowing for, like, the glowing thing is the mistake that you're allowed to do, and if you make the mistake, then that glowing part is the bar removed, like we have seen before. Usually when this is your last chance, the whole bar glows like that. This wasn't the whole bar, was it? Or am I just mistaken? I don't know, I might just be mistaken. Anyway, here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime. including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. I mean, that all does make sense, and it is like actually what happened, but there's literally no evidence. Like, this is all conjecture. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright, I ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Or maybe... Mia Fey, do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? I mean, we could just, test the bottle for poison. But sure, let's continue. That's just fine for the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Huh? Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? What? Yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the man in blue now. I wish you all the best.
God, she's terrifying.
Phew! It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm worse than Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What?
Again, we could just test it in the labs. No need to dare or anything.
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... It's alright, rookie. For example, I will trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
Well, you see, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Again?
My hair is flying off! My beautiful hair! No, 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 no!
What the fuck? What's happening here? God, this game.
Mr. Payne? About Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed papers for an immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Of course you did. Don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye,
Yes, Your Honor.
you said earlier that you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne knew each other.
Your Honor, how we knew each other had nothing to do with this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like listening to my own daughter. I think that's it. I don't know. It just kept on its own.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly!
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. This court is adjourned. You were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Honestly, I didn't have this voice. I forgot it again, but then I read hemorrhoids and it came back. It came back. Now I know the trick to voicing Grossberg. Just say hemorrhoids. Yes, please. Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company must this guy keep? Right now I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I guess I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. Wait, what is that about? I'm pretty sure I know about it already. God, it's been so long since I played the other games that I forgot. I'm pretty sure we already know the backstory as to why he became a lawyer, and I'm pretty sure it's because of Edgeworth, right? They were classmates or so. I don't know. I don't remember. I see. Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Miss right. I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. Aww. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. God, I almost forgot. God, I love Mia so much, and I almost forgot that she's actually dead in the present, and that was all in the past. Oh, why did you have to remind me? I mean, I know that the story will keep going, but why? I wanted to stay in the past. I mean, luckily, this is not the last. I'm pretty sure it's not the last case that we're gonna have with Mia in the past, so at least there's that. For me, these trials brings up a lot of painful memories, but it also brings up some very precious ones, and memories that I thought will never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, the end.